There's a moment from my childhood growing up that I honestly did not understand in the moment when like everything was transpiring and stuff like that. But after all of these years and kind of writing and doing a lot of self-reflection, when I look back now, it the situation explains more about me than I'd honestly like to admit. And at the time I was really, really young. I was probably around like 4 or 5 years old when the situation kind of first appeared and first happened. And that night has never really left me. At the time, we were living in a trailer park, and I was hanging out in my bedroom, playing with my little sister. We were playing with some like Lego blocks or something like that. You know, those thick building blocks, not like the actual Legos. And nothing about the day felt out of the ordinary. It just felt like a normal day. And out of nowhere, I started hearing these noises coming from the other room. And at first it was quiet, but it eventually turned into something that was just enough to make me stop what I was doing and sit there, listen for a minute. Then, of course, I eventually got up to go see what was going on. And as I was walking through the trailer, I was kind of scoping out all the rooms and stuff like that, and I wasn't seeing anybody or anything. And as I was getting towards the back, the noises was getting louder and louder. And I heard a lot of movement, and it just, with everything transpiring, something just felt off. Something didn't feel right to me. And the closer I got, the more my body started to feel it before I even understood it. Have you ever had one of those moments where you don't know exactly what's wrong, but you know something isn't right? That's what this moment felt like. And when I finally got to the back of the trailer near the laundry room, that's when I saw it. And it was my sister's biological father, just beating on my mother. And in that moment, at that age, I didn't understand what I was looking at. I just remember freezing in my tracks and feeling like I was just completely stuck. And it was like my brain couldn't even process what was happening. All I saw was fear. All I saw was pain, and I had no idea what to do. I was just a kid standing there watching something I should never have seen. And I remember asking both of them in that moment what was going on. And my mom, she just sobbed, and she told me to go back to my room and shut the door. So I ran. I didn't walk, I ran. I ran back to that bedroom, and I sat down on my bed, and I just stared for a second. No understanding, no way to process it. And I had this Spider-Man poster hanging up on the wall from when Tobey Maguire was like the Spider-Man. And I remember looking at that and wishing I could do something. Like, if I was stronger, or if I was older, if I was like him, maybe I could stop it. But I couldn't. I was just a kid. And moments like that, they don't just disappear, even if you don't understand them or what's going on at the time. They stay with you. They shape how you see things. They shape how you see love, how you respond to your anger, and how you react to things when they get super, super intense. Because now you've experienced a situation and something that you were never meant to carry that young, and you don't even realize what that is doing to you. And at the time, I didn't talk about it. That was kind of the rule Mom had for the house, was you don't talk about these things. These things did not happen, and they did not exist. So I didn't process it. I didn't even think about it like that. I just moved on, just like she said, like nothing had happened. But the truth is, that moment did stay with me. It showed up later in my life. It's the reason why I had such a temper. It's the reason why I failed and had such crappy relationships. And it's the reason why I handled conflict so poorly. And it took me years to start connecting all these dots and actually understand it for what it was. And the crazy part is, that wasn't the only moment like that. There were more. There were more things I buried. There were more things I ignored. And there was more things I kept telling myself that did not matter. But they did matter. They all did. And if you've ever gone through something similar, something that you didn't go through, something that you didn't understand at the time, something that stuck with you, and something that you never faced head on, just know this: it does not go away. It shows up later. The question is, are you ever going to go back in time and deal with it? In the next video, I'm going to break down how moments like this turn into patterns later in life, and why you might still be dealing with them today.